All right, gentlemen.
The Tax Abatement Committee will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, July 28th, 2026, 6 p.m. in the Automatic Chambers, 165 Church Street, New Haven, to hear the following. 1. LM 2026-0047, order concerning real property taxes of Chabal K. Santos on motor vehicle tax accounts 93825, 96163, 98363, and 98377. Let's see. LM 2026-0268, order abating, deferring collection of real property taxes due from Patricia A. Boozer on her residence for grand list of 24 and 25.
Mr. Chair, you need to read all the items.
Even want to pick up a passing? Oh, okay. Okay. LM 2026-0199, order abating, deferring collection of real property taxes due from Victoria H. Bird on her residence for grand list 24 and 25. Did I read number 3? LM, number 4, LM 2026-0257, order of the New Haven Board of Alders concerning the communication from Talcott Law Group on behalf of, Cash New Haven LLC, the owner of 842 Chapel Street and 848 Chapel Street, requesting an amendment to the tax assessment deferral agreements with CASL New Haven LLC for the properties located at 842 Chapel Street and 848 Chapel Street. Number 5, LM 2026-0032, order concerning real property taxes of Riverfront Development LLC, tax account numbers 7532, 7592, and 7594. These items are on file and available for public inspection in the Office of Legislative Services, 165 Church Street, per order Honorable Troy Streeter, Chair, Tess Michael Smart, City Clerk. If you need a disability-related accommodation, please call 3 days in advance, business days, 203-946-7651, or voice 203-946-8582. Public comments, testimonies may also be submitted by email to publictestimony@newhavenctgov before 2 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Okay, I'd like my colleagues to introduce themselves, starting from the right.
Frank Prudenti, Alder Ward 15.
Magda Natal, Ward 16.
Troy Streeter, Ward 21. Okay, start with number 1. Let me see. LM 2026-0047 is Cheval K. Santos. Good evening. Can you state your name and your address for the record?
Cheval K. Santos, 252 Fairmont Avenue, New Haven, Connecticut, 06513.
Okay, can you state what your claim is?
I brought proof from the last hearing that we had that I no longer have the vehicle that was totaled out. So this is the police report for that.
You need to speak in the mic so people
So I brought proof from the last hearing that we had that I no longer have the vehicle. This is the police report that states that I no longer have that.
Can you pass it?
And the accident.
Okay, I'm looking at this. Let me see.
It was in February 2022, February 6, 2022.
Okay. So the car was totaled on that day?
Yes, it's in the comments. It says, the second page, I'm sorry, stating that the car was disabled from the front end of the car, because I hit a utility pole.
Your questions? You want a question?
You just want to ask real quick?
Yes, I just wanted to know if this was dated for February 2022. And I can see here now that it's February.
No, I don't need to see that. I have a question about something.
Sure.
So what happened to the plates after the car was disabled?
I kept them.
That's why you owe the taxes. It's not, taxes are paid on the plates. So once you stop paying taxes, once you return the plate to motor vehicle.
Mhm.
If you don't return that plate to motor vehicles, the taxes keep accruing.
I only kept them for a year though.
They're gonna keep taxing. So I would make sure that I communicated with motor vehicles and return the plates if you still have them.
Okay.
Because as long as you still have them, and they don't, excuse me, give you the receipt for those plates, they're gonna keep taxing you on those plates.
So
I
need
went
a
through a
receipt
person. So
now.
Bring those plates to motor vehicle if you still have them, and get a receipt from them saying that you returned those plates. Believe me, I went through it. It's
Okay.
a nightmare.
Okay.
All right.
So you're saying the plates are still in your?
No. I got rid of those.
So, yeah,
So now I
communicate
need a
with them.
receipt from.
Go down there and let them
DMV.
know, bring that information with them, yeah. Let them know that you don't have the possession of those plates, because they're gonna still.
Tax people.
Okay, I have another question.
Thank you, Chair. So the accident was dated in 2022, and it shows here for the Jetta 2022 and 2023, which would have been at the point that you no longer were using the car. But there's the 2020 and 2021 in which the car was still in use.
Is it still a silver Jetta?
It's for the Jetta, yes.
Okay.
It's for the same car,
Okay.
the 2011 Volks
Mhm.
Jetta.
Okay.
So the question is that the car prior to the accident was used,
Yes.
correct?
Mhm.
You see, so, okay, so now what's the total for the time that you're saying that the car, was, disabled? Can you, give me a number on that? Right. Let's see.
It would be in the rears of 455.77. I'm sorry, 77.
And that's for, what, 20?
Yeah, that would be from the use from 2022 and 2023. I mean, that would be from after the accident or sometime from the start of the accident, would have been in 2022. So 2022, 2023 would be what, would be, taken away from the 1,447.77, which comes out to, that's it.
That's for 2020 and 20.
Mr. Hayden?
You have the interest, which was at 385.04. And then reduce the taxes for 2023, 2022, the reduction of 321.20.
From the 455?
The board's policy is you no longer have a car, they will forgive all the past interest.
So for the time that it was used, it would be 592.
Not the taxes.
This would be for, if we subtracted the use, that would be what it would not be, correct?
Less
That would be
less
less.
interest.
Less the interest.
So it's
just the taxes.
177.13,
Oh, it would have to be less the interest, is that?
341.53.
Board policy is you no longer have a car, they will forgive the interest.
There it is.
Right, so I thought you were saying the 455, that we're gonna subtract the 385 from that.
Right, so it'd be reduced by 321.20. So it would give, roughly $341 would be
53 cents.
due
That's what I had to.
341,
341.53.
and change.
341.53, okay. I think that brings it down.
Is what I would owe.
It would be what you would vote.
Yeah, for 2020 and 2021,
Yes.
without interest.
So that's for, and that's just for the time that she still had it,
Yes,
correct? So we're on 341.
And that would be minus the interest.
Right.
So that would bring it down, quite a bit.
So, okay, now we're minus the interest of that, that's bringing it to the 341, or is the
Yeah.
interest coming off 341?
No, 341 is without interest.
It's
21 and 20,
The
it's
interest
20
is-
and 21 add just the two principles added together.
Okay, my question is, would you be able to pay the 341.53?
By when? Is there a due date?
It would be September 8th. So I believe the first meeting in September is the 7th, because it has to go for first reading, second reading.
Yes.
Okay,
September
so,
8th.
okay, so you could pay the 341.53, you said by September 8th?
Yes.
Well, that's after
Right.
I can pay it before September 8th.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, sir.
No.
Okay,
So it was 341, what's the change?
53.
3, 4 September. Okay,
right, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. You don't have that night. You need a copy?
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
you're welcome, thank you. Okay, number 2, LM 2026-0199, property taxes due from Victoria H. Bird. Yes, Mr. Hayden?
her daughter, because her daughter was coming tonight to represent her mother, but she was sent to the emergency room by the hospital, therefore she requested that be the next meeting.
Okay, so we'll pass over this.
Pass over.
All right, thank you. Okay, the next one will be LM 2026, order abating, deferring collection of real property taxes due from Patricia A. Boozer on her residence for grand list of 2024 and 2025. Is there anyone here? Please step up. How are you doing? State your name and your address for the record.
Patricia Ann Boozer, 470 Quinnipiac Avenue, New Haven, Connecticut, 06513.
Okay, can you state your claim?
I'm here about my property taxes.
Okay, and what's going on with it? What's the issue?
I'd like to, usually every year I make an arrangement to pay so much until I pay them off. So I'm not understanding what the process is now.
Okay,
Paying it, or if it can be reduced any.
okay, are you already receiving the tax credit on your property?
I'm not sure. I've never been here before, so I wasn't sure what I was supposed to bring with me.
Okay.
I do apologize.
Okay, Mr. Hayden, isn't she of the age where she can receive a tax,
She
rate?
would have to apply through the assessor's office, and it's already passed for this year, she would have to do it for next year
Okay,
to see if she qualifies.
right, let me see, which one is it?
So it's past the time?
Right. Now, what property is yours? Your property located where?
470 Quinnipiac Avenue, New Haven.
Okay, I'd like to announce for the record that Honorable Alderman Bryant Wingate has arrived.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Is that Ms. Boozer?
Yes.
Yes.
How you doing, Ms. Boozer?
Yeah, well, I'm good. Still kicking, not as high, but still kicking.
Through the chair, ma'am?
Yeah.
Through the chair, may I speak to Ms. Booth?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. You came in 2002 to the medical school and trained us on interest-based problem solving. You gave a training to us that I've taken in my career and just kept moving with it. I want to say thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. My son and I, him and his sister started an organization called Surviving in the Hood for teenagers to keep them from killing each other. And he's done gang wars and so forth. But we just try to be an asset to the community.
Thank you again.
You're welcome.
Yes, Mr. Walter and Tap.
Thank you, Chair. Hi, Ms. Brewster, how are you?
I'm fine.
I know, I've known you for quite some time. I know that you've been a great service to the community, but I wanted to ask, why are you here today? Are you having difficulty paying? Are there circumstantial, something that's happening right now that the payment plan or other things that you did in the past, are becoming a difficulty?
Well, in the past, to get into a payment plan was fairly simple. I'm not sure what the process is now because I usually sign up and then pay on a monthly basis for the taxes. So I live on a limited income. I'm 77 years old. And to come up with a large lump sum is very difficult. I'd have to go back to work. And that has proven not to be a possibility for me because about a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with fluid on my brain. And so I was scheduled for brain surgery of September of last year, but they said that it was reducing. But I have to be careful about what environments I go out into because I don't want to make my physical situation any worse.
So has this created a current hardship with the amount that you owe now?
Yes, because I can't work like I used to. We would go into schools, community centers, gang wars, whatever it took to bring peace. But I'm restricted somewhat now.
Thank you, Ms. Brewster. Thank you, Chair.
Well, any other questions? Okay, situation. Let's see. You're saying that your actual income compared to the amount that is owed.
Say something.
My son,
Yeah, you can
my
speak.
son.
Yeah, my name is Boozer, I'm the son. One of the main reasons why we're in this situation is because of a student loan debt that's tied to our house from Yale. And so now we were trying to pay that debt, and from that debt and the income is not matching up, and Yale's not backing up. And so now we're in a rock and a hard place trying to figure out what to do next. And so now we're just trying to go through the process and see how can we save, well, not just, for her not dealing with the stress, but also save her house.
Okay. Now, how much is this is interest that's on this, Mr. Hayden? Do we have?
There's no interest there.
There's no interest. You're saying, and the total due is $10,177, Mr. Hayden?
Okay. He technically owes interest, which at the moment is 18% per year for state law. And when she did the monthly payment plan, there was a large sum upfront, and then you paid monthly, which included interest. Now, this program is designed for people like Mrs. Boozer. And basically, it puts the taxes on hold
Mhm.
and reduces the interest rate to 6%. It can be used once, it can be used multiple times. She can make payments if she feels that she can afford to bring down what is due. She just has to do it, they have to do it in person downstairs in the tax office and let them know it's against the tax abatement so that they recompute the interest rate at 6%. We currently have about 25 families or people in this city that are active in this program and have been for the last couple of years.
But it is too late for this year for that program, correct?
No, for the tax abatement program, it's fine.
Mhm.
The two other programs, the senior tax freeze, she would have to, and the state circuit breaker for the elderly and handicapped, has to be requested prior to April 15th through the assessor's office. So if we do it for next year, the tax freeze would be for the following year, because it doesn't go, you have your base year, and it does not go higher each year. As far as the state goes, depending on your income, it's a sliding scale. You get anywhere from $250 to $2,000 for actual taxes. But again, those programs are run by the assessor's office.
Okay, do you think that you want to sign up for that program? And
Yes, I would like to sign up for any
She would have to go
program
down
that
next
would
year.
benefit.
right,
It's from February 15th through April 15th is the period that you can apply for it.
right. So with the assessor's office those downstairs, so he's saying that you have to apply with them next year.
Okay.
Hmm.
You said something that's still available, though, right? Mr. Hayden? You said there was something that's still available, that they can still get it?
Not until next year.
You said something about going down there to talk about it being up against abatement
No, the abatement is approved through
throughout,
the board.
right?
There is no start and date.
Right.
Well, that-
Yes, Alderman Gate.
So, through the chair, what can we do? Like what,
Approved tax abatement.
we can approve the tax abatement, and what do that entail actually?
What that does is, even though the taxes are, they're liable for the taxes, they're not liable for them now. The city does not foreclose or
Okay,
any type of legal action against them.
okay,
If they needed work done on their house through LCI, like a new roof or a furnace or whatever, the tax abatement counts as having your taxes up to date. So that they would, if they qualify financially, they can get that help.
Mayor,
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Alderman Gate.
thank you, Mr. Chair. So just trying to be clear, around what we just talked about is that if we give the tax abatement, all the taxes will be frozen at this point.
For the 2 years that she has requested, it has to be done every, after the year, because we don't know what the taxes are. They will be signing a tax abatement mortgage warranty and a tax abatement agreement,
Okay,
which includes the amount of taxes that are owed for that particular grant this year.
right, and then in February, she can sign up.
She will be able to go downstairs to
Right.
the assessor's office and apply for those two programs, and they will let her know if she meets the requirements based on income.
Okay,
This is based on income versus expenses.
okay,
Those two programs are based on income.
I get it. I get it. Okay, I just wanted to be clear. That good?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, I have some questions.
Yes.
I'd like for you to interpret to me what has been said. I mean, I came in earlier and, as I do every year, and say I want to get on the program so I can pay so much every month. And I was told that, that it wasn't possible or something. They said it in a nice way, but I left confused. So now I just don't want to leave confused today. I want to know exactly what's being decided because this is my home.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So you're saying when you left the tax assessor's office, you was confused there,
That's
they
what-
didn't explain it to you?
I've been in my home for 30 years. I moved there in 95. And so I do this every year. I come in and I say, what kind of a tax agreement do I need to make this year and pay you so much each month? But I was told that they didn't have those programs or something. I didn't understand what was going on. So that's why I'm here now. I'm just trying to get some clarity.
Right, and you're saying that's the information that you was given at the tax assessor's office?
The tax collector versus the assessor.
Oh, yeah, tax collectors, that's what, you're saying you didn't
I
understand?
didn't understand what
Okay.
because usually I sign a paper, I get an agreement, and I pay so much each month.
She has, in previous years, she has been under a tax agreement, monthly payment plan.
And what happened to that?
And then this year, apparently she had a problem doing that.
Mm-hmm.
On the front plus the monthly amount. Tom White from the tax office sent her up to me. And I explained to her about the tax abatement program, how it works, and the fact that they're not gonna take your house.
Mhm.
You get to stay in your house. As long as you're alive and you live in the house, it's yours. Which is what the program is designed to do. People that have lived in their house, some of them their entire life.
Mhm.
You know, and what'll happen is when they no longer live in the house, for whatever reason,
Mhm.
pass away, get moved into a nursing home or whatever, and because it has to be owner occupied.
Mhm.
At that point is when the city would be collecting taxes. If the house is sold, and whatever outstanding taxes are due is put into the closing, so the city will get their taxes. Or if it goes to another family member, they have to take out a mortgage in order to pay
Yeah.
the taxes, so that the property is free and clear for when they take over
Mhm.
the property.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we would do a tax.
Right, yeah,
It's been a while since we've done tax abatement.
We do a tax.
yes, yeah, all in favor of a tax abatement?
Well, no, we'll have to do
No,
that.
no, no,
To the
no,
end.
no.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so,
As I said,
Mr.
you can
Alderman
see in the
Wingate?
paperwork, she does meet the program requirements.
okay. All right, Alderman Wingate?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, Mrs. Booth, we're gonna try to be clear and precise, if I can.
Okay.
So, this committee will have to do its due diligence as we go through this process of voting on a tax abatement for you, to give you the opportunity to go back to the program in February.
No,
No? Bring it back.
those two programs,
Mhm.
totally different.
Done.
They're not dependent on the tax abatement,
Okay,
and the tax abatement is not dependent on that.
okay. So,
So,
this
February, if she
body-
wants to do it, she go downstairs, she can apply for
okay, but this body can give a tax abatement,
it. That's correct.
right? So, and we're gonna deliberate, like we're supposed to deliberate, right? And vote on tax abatement,
Yes.
right? Right? So you can stay in your house free and clear and don't worry about what's happening next. I yield to my colleague Deuteronomy.
May I share?
Yes.
Thank you, Chair. I just want you to be clear, so, and because I know that, the tax abatement is definitely what you need to be able to stay in your home. Just understanding that the taxes don't actually go away, right? They're frozen, your house does not get foreclosed on. Because I do see a look of confusion on your face, and I just want you to be clear on how the tax abatement works, right? And so that the taxes don't actually ever go away. If something were to happen to you, or if you were to have to leave your home at some point, the family member that would take over the space, or if you sold it, the city would still get their taxes during the sale, or your kids could remortgage or figure out a way to pay the back taxes that were owed if they wanted to keep the home. And so I just want you to be well aware of what we're doing, so that, because I see that look on you, I just want you to understand, and if I miss something, please.
Mr. Hayden?
Miss anything, when I do the closing paperwork with them, I thoroughly, again, explain everything. And in this case.
So all of this will be repeated,
No, too. So you can.
all this will be clarified in the clarified as well in the process, and so you will hear it again, so.
Just one question, the interest, is it occurring this whole time?
Yes.
The interest, yes.
The interest that is due, any interest that is owed going back to, in this particular case, 2023 grand list, or 2024 grand list, would be reduced to 5%, 6%.
So did you hear that?
18%.
Any interest that is due on the 2024 and 2025 grand list would be reduced to 5%, 6%,
From 18.
from 18%, which is the current.
Bless you. 18%.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's gonna be reduced to 6%.
Thank you. Wow.
Okay, so you understand now? what
Yes,
that's been
I
explained?
understand.
And you're comfortable with that?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions from colleagues?
I have none.
Okay, thank you.
What item? 1, 2,
Report. Are we passing for?
Yeah, this one was skipped.
Okay, LM 2026, order of New Haven Board of Aldermen concerning the communication from Talcott Law Group on behalf of CASL New Haven LLC, the owner of 842 Chapel Street and 848 Chapel Street, requesting an amendment to the tax assessment deferral agreements with CASL New Haven LLC. Yes, Mr. Hayden?
Spoke to the lawyer last week. He requested that he move to the next meeting. He is on vacation this week.
Okay, so we'll pass this item.
Yeah, so
Okay, we're on to number 5, LM 2026-0032, order concerning real property taxes of Riverfront Development LLC, tax account number 7532, 7592, and 7594. Yes.
Yeah, this is the same.
Good evening.
Good evening. You state your name and address for the record.
Joseph Reedy, 70 Perkins Street, New Haven. I am the attorney for Riverfront. Ms. Beckrath, who came before you last time, who's the general manager of Riverfront, is unfortunately in California with a death in her family, which she apologizes for not being included. Absolutely.
Okay. Mr. Hayden?
Don Hayden, committee staff. The only taxes that are due are on the 213 Front Street property. The other taxes from 2010 back have in effect expired, and the tax office has written them off. So the only thing that they are left to do, as you can see in front of you, is they've got $23.85 hundred in taxes, and they've got $55.01 in
Interest.
It's the interest that they were looking to have forgiven.
Okay, can you explain?
Yeah, very simply, Mr. Hayden, as you cited the law of Connecticut, that a town cannot go back more than 15 years, even has to have a lien filed, which they did, but cannot go back more than 15 years from the date taxes due, which is July 1, 26. It automatically, by law, it gets extinguished. It's not.
Yeah, I don't think we're talking about that tonight.
No, that's why I'm saying the other property is cleared. What we're talking about here is Ms. Beckrad and Riverfront are involved in a well over $30 million project that we're trying to get off the ground. There's been a grant from the state for cleanup. There's recently been a part of the seawall, which we're trying to reconstruct. Part of one building in the back fell in the water. We had to stop everything and pull all that out. We're still doing that with the DEP to make sure everything is clear. We're not asking for abatement of the tax. We're only asking for abatement of the interest. So we want to make it very clear. And because we're doing so much in this project, which is, we've been trying to get it going and go to the board of Sea Plan Commission, we're going before, but since the last meeting, but to now, we have met several times with both Oyster Cove condominium, which is next door, immediately adjacent on Front Street, people across the street, and several meetings at the Fairhaven Neighborhood Board over at the library. There has been a nice change of moving the commercial from Oyster Cove end over to the Grand Avenue end, which is what was requested by Oyster Cove. And there has been a recommendation that we have asked the DEP as of this week has agreed to move residential onto the second level of these buildings. Remember, there's 3 buildings on front on the water, one on the other side, 212 is going to be on the other side of the street. But moving the residential up allows for the commercial to be on the first floor, which is good. And it also allows the public walkway to be set so that it can be consistent with Oyster Cove going all the way down to that last building, which is not ours. We don't own the building on the corner. That's the Mandy building right there at the bridge. So the walkway will come all the way across past what's now 185 towards the bridge, and then it'll be, there's both the walkway through the project into the public walkway on the river. There's also going to be able to come around the side at this point. So there's been a lot of changes that have been made in response to what the community is. It's a very, very detailed project. This, I think I mentioned a little bit last time, this was a very, very messed up parcel 213 because Oyster Cove had taken over part of the parcel. Part of it was legitimately a temporary easement, but they took over more. There was a whole big litigation. We finally ended up mediating it with one of the judges. There were over 299 documents that were going to be on the injunction that was going to be in precedent at the beginning of the case. And we settled with actually selling off part of the parcel 213 over to Oyster Cove. So Oyster Cove now has its legitimate title to that portion of 213 that is the driveway. If you go by there, there's a driveway at that end. Had to be big enough for the fire trucks and stuff to get through. That was all arranged. This is, as far as I am aware, this is the last piece we need to do before we get to the City Plan Commission to get the recommendation, if we can get an approval for the zoning that we're seeking, we are using Attorney Megan Miles, who's well known for zoning over at, I'm gonna forget the name, so I'm getting old. And I apologize, I have arthritis, that's why I have a cough on.
All right.
I clearly just thought you was a Michael Jackson fan.
Well, actually, my younger son stole all of my left ones, all my right ones. Yeah, you got that one right. Yeah, so what we're asking for is the abatement of this. You also see that after a period of time, after the confusion and the several tax appeals, the way the tax department did it is all of the subsequent taxes were paid full on time. This is a grouping in the beginning where they were going back and forth on tax appeals almost every year, and it just wasn't getting resolved. 213 was this very messy property.
Mr. Hayden, you have a question?
My question, just a point of information. All their other taxes are up to date. All other taxes, they're
Okay.
still paying, of course.
So,
all right.
Through the chair.
But
I just said, yeah.
24 back have been paid. It's only this one account that's still left hanging.
Do you have a question, Alder Redente?
No, we're just.
Okay. Alderman Gate?
No, sir.
Alderman Tell? Okay, so sorry, Mr. Hayden. So you're saying that, the actual tax is the first one, right? And the rest is the interest on the other side of it? So what is the total amount of interest that is owed?
Yeah, it's on the handout I gave you.
Okay, so the total interest would be the $5,500?
$501.17.
Okay, and the total,
As of this month.
right, and the total tax would be $2,385?
Total tax of $2,385.03.
Right, and you're asking that the, interest be removed?
The interest being removed, and Ms. Beckerad would be more than willing to pay. It's a problem how it be processed, so we had to wait for the decision of your honorable board. Because you can't pay it until you make a decision, because it'll get, under law, it gets applied to interest first. So we had to wait until we have a decision, but she will be able to pay soon, if you grant this, as soon as she returns from California, but the death was literally days ago, and she had to take off. So she won't be back until probably the end of the month.
Okay, any questions from colleagues? Okay, let's see. Okay, right, okay, thank you, sir. We're gonna.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to close the public portion.
Second. Okay,
Aye.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Public portion is closed. Okay, let's see.
Mr. Chair, I move item number 1.
Second.
Okay, discussion? Okay, yeah. Okay, that was Ms. Santos. She said she's gonna pay the $341.53. She provided documentation that when the car was totaled and, she didn't have it anymore, so.
And she'll pay by September 8th.
Right, says she'll pay by September 8th for $341.53, which is due. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Mr. Chair, I move item number 2.
Second.
Mr. Hayden?
2 and 4 are being passed over.
Passed over.
So we're on 3.
Okay, so at number 3.
Mr. Chair, I move item number 3.
Second. Okay, discussion. Alderman Wingate.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think Mrs. Boozer deserves a tax abatement. I think that she has served the community. She's been in the house for over 30 years. We should give her opportunity to stay in her house as her, as she said, she's on a fixed income. And I support her giving her a tax abatement.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
I move item number 5.
Second.
Okay, discussion?
Absolutely.
Alderman Dente?
So I inherited this one. Now this one's in my ward. It's been a topic of discussion for quite some time. I'm glad to see it's finally coming to some resolution because I think this was the last piece to hold up this project, which is now I think 55 unit senior community. But I think I wanted to say what Mr. Rini said is that this was a perfect example of taking community input and putting it into the project. There were a lot of issues that the neighbors had with the project at first. Ms. Beckrad took those to heart, went into the office and changed everything. Any input that those neighbors had, she changed in that project. So I'm, glad to see that this one piece is finally done and now we can move on to the city plan portion where we can get more public input. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, any other discussion?
I am.
Alderman Wingate?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yeah, I support the colleague in the ward, and to move things forward, I'm inclined to support moving the interest and letting them pay their taxes.
Yeah, I'm also in favor of it because as the other issues have been taken care of, I see that the interest is way more than what the actual taxes due is, so, okay. Yeah, all in favor of this?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All's in favor?
All in favor?
Aye. Thanks for letting me be a part of this tonight. I appreciate it. It's summertime. Nobody shows up in the summertime. We do.
This is where